Hey guys, this is Jeff from Epic Details. This is my first tutorial video or something similar to that. I am not the best when it comes to this, but I just love to share my knowledge when it comes to paint correction and body works. I know a little bit of stuff, enough to where I can make a little living out of it, and I'd love to share that to you guys. For all the DIY, do it your own guys out there, weekend warriors, or car enthusiasts that has plenty of time in their hand and you know, wanted to do some work in their car. The industry has really like turned this job into like everybody can do it. It's so easy. It's not that hard. I mean, I've learned doing this, like a long time ago, but I just came to a point where I'm now, able to, work for myself basically. So this is a very good skill to learn, especially if you're detailing and you're doing paint correction and you have like a client that, hey, can you do that scratch for me? If you know how to wet sand the panel, erase, orange peelings on the car, then you're golden. You're basically like, yeah, yeah, I can do that. Like it's up to you if you want to charge your customer, but I didn't. I don't. Usually, if there's like a couple scratches that my customer or my client wants me to take care of, I'd be like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll throw that in free for like, you know, because I'm starting. Like, if that don't work for you, that's totally fine. You can charge them for it. It's up to you. But me, I built my brand into a bunch of like free. I over what do you call this? Deliver most of the time because I'm no one. It's not like I don't see myself as important as other people that does look at themselves even though they haven't built anything. They're like, oh, you gotta pay this, and that. Fuck all that. I ain't that person, and I'm happy to be who I am. And there's, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. It's up to you if you want to charge your client for it or not. But for me, I just throw it out for free, and then I built my client in St. Louis, my clientele there. I mean, from a lot of it from over delivering, or over, they get the most out of their money when I do detail on their car, paint correction and stuff. I would do like 2 stages, even though I don't need to, just so that they'll be happy. And that's the key. It's building brand, not sale. All right. So there's that. That's what orange peels look like, guys. Man, this focus thing on this camera is killing me. It changes all the time. Okay. Orange peel is that look right there. Every car's out in the road has that. Unless, it's a classic car that or like your weekend car that, the owner got it repainted and really want a show car. Then, like a lot of body shops would sand it per layer, or whenever they will have a laser flat panel when they spray it, and when they spray it they professionally, like fucking good paint job. It's what it takes to get to where you'll have a finish that you don't, you're not gonna get any orange peels. But it's normal, all cars out there that it's being sold brand new, they do come with it. You just can't see it in your naked eye because you don't like. But once I pointed that out, like, that's an orange peel. Or once you start working on it, you tend to see that more. You'll see it in just like, in an instant. So enough of my rah-rah. I'll show you guys what I do. I have a 800 grit sandpaper here. It's on a block. It's an old block that a 1500 block that I used, and I have, instead of throwing it away, I just saved it up so I can use it as my own block. And I made this like little thing that clips on it so that, you know, my fingers don't get tired. It's got like little teeth in there, you know, to hold the sandpaper. Yeah, nothing fancy, but you know, it is one of my inventions that's gonna be out there in the markets soon or someday. When I when I find someone that's crazy enough to basically, you know, market my idea, or maybe I need to market it myself, and I will once I have the money. Right now I'm a broke ass motherfucker. Sorry for my language, but here we go. So orange peels, erasing it. You spray your panel with water. Just water is enough. You don't have to like have the fancy colored purple like degreaser like I do. The reason why I'm using degreaser is this car has got sealant on it, so it's easier for my sandpaper to get rid of all that sealant without wearing out my sandpaper. So 800 grit. I would suggest, if you guys would try this, start with 1500. You know, 800 might be a little too far as a beginner. It will basically, the lower the grit of your sandpaper is, the rougher it is on your paint. It takes more surface out of your like clear coat. So the lower it is, you know, the more clear coat you're taking off per, you know, it's got a bigger, it's not fine. The higher the number is, the finer it is. So basically, if you're using a 3000 that's polishing 3000, you'd be ready to polish that surface. So if I hit, you know, like let's say this is a gloss spot right here, you know, that I'm not working on, and I like do a 3000 there. Show you guys an example here. I have to run and get my toolbox here for my sanding work. Alright. Ooh, got a headache. So 3000 grit. That's a 3000 grit sandpaper, and you can buy this anywhere. AutoZone, O'Reilly. You know, it looks like a piece of cloth, but it's actually a sandpaper. So let me show you guys what it looks like. Alright, my cell phone fell from that like little sticky thing. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. The difference between the 3000 and a 800 grit sandpaper. The reason why you don't want to start in a, you know, pass as a beginner, use 1500 period, and you'll know why once once you've learned. I mean, you could probably get away with 1000 grit because you're that good, you know, you're a fast learner like me. That's fine, but that's just a suggestion. You can start at freaking 80 grit if you want. It's up to you. But the lower the number is, the more paint you're taking out, or the more clear coat you're taking off. Alright, so there it is. See the difference? That right there under that door handle, it's got those like scratch marks, right? Compared to that, those are bigger scratches that the 800 grit would do. So I'm doing an 800 grit on this one, and then I will go jump to 1500 and 3000 grit. So yeah, I'll probably have to end this video for now, and I'll edit it later.